Hi guys, I'm Rachel and welcome to my channel. If you haven't been here before, I normally give a little bit of a spiel about how my channel is about books and things, but today this video is a little bit different, a little bit more serious for what my channel normally is, so I'm just going to keep it simple. I just wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about what is going on with me and my health and stuff that you don't always see in my vlogs. I have talked a little bit about some of this, but most of this stuff is new information. But so basically anyone who knows me would know that I have endometriosis. Anyone who doesn't know me, have endometriosis. If you don't know what that is, it's basically like a medical condition, a long-term medical condition usually, that is linked with your periods, and basically means that instead of coming out at the time when you have your periods, everything goes sort of back in and creates growths and lesions and has a tendency to try and stick your organs together. And it's just a very painful condition that, because it obviously is worse when you have your periods, often just gets mistaken as bad period pain, but it's not bad period pain. It is something else altogether. Like, although it's linked, it is something like, it is a really debilitating medical condition. I've had it for, well, all through my 20s. I don't exactly know when it started. I think it probably started when I was in high school, the later end of high school, when like sort of the shift came from just having normal periods to actually, hey, I think there's something going on. But I thought it was just bad period pain. It wasn't until I came to England and it just was getting worse and worse and worse. I went to a doctor and he said, hey, I think it's this. So what I wanted to talk to you today about, though, is the fact that this little journey that I've been on with endometriosis, like I said, sort of started, well, I really knew about it back in my early 20s, is hopefully, fingers crossed, coming to an end. I am on the road now to getting a hysterectomy, and I thought I would just vlog this. I was looking up to see if anybody else on YouTube had really gone through anything like I had. There's not a lot of vloggers out there talking about this, but I think that's probably something that should be out there, that people should talk about, because, you know, women are half the population, and there is a very high number of women who suffer from endometriosis and other issues to do with periods, and even just bad period pain. It's like once a month women end up in quite a bit of pain, and we're just all supposed to just smile through it. It's fine. And sometimes you just really don't want to smile through it because it really freaking hurts and it's just annoying. So I thought it'd be something that's good to talk about. So yeah, I thought I'd vlog it. So I thought I'd start today, because today I had to go to the hospital and I got my first injection of Zoladex. Zoladex, I think that's what it's called. It sounds like some type of alien. But basically, what that does is it is shutting down my, basically shutting down everything, almost putting me into menopause. Basically to shut down my periods, because I'm waiting on a wait list to get my hysterectomy. At the moment, one of the reasons I'm on the Zoladex is because apparently I love the NHS. The NHS is actually really good, and the nurse I had today was unbelievably lovely. I'm going to talk about her in a bit, but basically, just to give you some background detail of where exactly I am in this process, I went and spoke to a doctor a few weeks ago, and he said, okay, yeah, that's fine, we'll give you a hysterectomy. However, the hospital that I am under now is not the same hospital I was under when I had my last operation, which was before I had William. So he has to send off a letter to that other hospital to say what were the findings from my last operation to remove the endometriosis, because I've had a lot of operations, and because it's not in my medical records for some reason, it's not all linked. So it's going to take 4 months, allegedly, to send a letter to literally somewhere that is about 20 minutes away and send the letter back again. I rang my boss, who lives in the sort of the same area as where this letter is going to be sent to, and said, hey, you know how it takes you 4 months to get to work in the morning? She was just like, oh, for goodness sake. But we are trying to basically make that time faster. I've filled out paperwork to request my notes from that other hospital, so I can give them to this hospital, just to make everything a little bit faster, because otherwise I'm waiting 4 months for that, and then once he gives me the go-ahead, it's then 18 weeks potentially until I can have the operation, which is just, it's a long time, and it's a particularly long time when I have a gorgeous little 3-year-old who doesn't understand why mummy's got stomach cramps and doesn't understand why mummy can't play with him. So I just want to get this just over and done with as quick as possible. So, and thankfully the nurse I was talking about before has really helped with that. So she was the nurse who gave me the Zoladex injections, which is basically, I think it's quite like a big needle. I've never looked. I've had these injections before. I had them after my very first operation to shut everything down, just because healing for my first operation took a really long time. And it's basically like an injection where they inject like an implant pill type thing into your stomach. And that gives off the hormones and everything, I think, and that's basically what shuts down your periods and everything like that. Last time I had this done, the nurse that used to do it, I had to go to my GP for it, was not particularly gentle, and she used to take a really long time, like a really long time to inject. She said it had to be done that way. The nurse I had, so I was terrified when the doctor was like, okay, I'm going to put you on these injections, and basically the main reason he gave me for putting me on these injections was that it's going to take 4 months for them to send a letter. I was kind of fuming. I'll be honest, I was not happy. I was like, oh good, I get to have my stomach injected, because we're using slower than medieval transportation or something to get a letter sent. But the lady I had, the nurse I had today, was so nice. She was so quick. She literally just went, okay, lie down, 1 2 3 cough, and it was done. And I was just like, what last time it was horrendous and I was crying and it was painful, and I was like, what is this? And she was like, no, it doesn't have to be done that way, we do these all the time, it's fine. I was just like, oh, for goodness sake. So she was really, really lovely. And then on top of that, she was quite appalled that it was going to take them 4 months. So she managed to get, when we told her what we were doing with the paperwork and asking for the information ourselves, because that will only take a month, she then found, she went literally to the secretary, I think it was, of the doctor I need to see, to fasten everything along and basically get us an earlier appointment with him so that he can do the sign off earlier, so that the 18 weeks wait time for the operation can start earlier. So she was incredibly helpful and so lovely, and I must have looked incredibly freaked because she gave me a big hug. She was like, everything's going to be fine. I was like, thank you. But yeah, but she was so nice. So she's got us an earlier appointment now for October. And yeah, I still have appointments for the Zoladex. But yeah, that's basically where I am. So it's on this side is where it went in, and then the next time it will go into this side, and then this side again. So it's a bit sore and painful at the moment, but William's been really good, bless him, and Pete's been amazing. He came with me to the doctor's today to hold my hand because I was so freaked, because I thought it was going to be like last time. Pete's mum has been wonderful. She came over and looked after William so that we could go to the hospital and get all this done. But yeah, I feel happy because I think it's going to be the sort of, like I said, whole sort of vlog, I'm calling this sort of endometriosis, the road to the beginning of the end type thing. I don't know if it'll actually be called that, but that's kind of how I'm thinking of it, because that's how it feels for me. Like it's a bit like there's a waiting game at the moment, and it's a bit like, oh, but in theory, once I have the hysterectomy, all of this ridiculousness is over and I can get my life back, I can make plans again. Hopefully it'll be over. We've got a really big trip to Australia planned next year, and I'm hoping it's going to be over before then, and then I can just, yeah, have my life back, be the mum that William deserves and that William should have. And I'm just so excited, and the wife that Pete deserves, who's not always sick and on the couch going and I just can't wait for that to happen. So yes, so if you want to tune in to come along on this little adventure with me, there will be some more updates as I go along. So like and subscribe if you're interested in this. I know it's not different, and they'll be back to usual content soon, the next vlog, but I thought I'd just let you guys know, because when I was trying to look online to see if there was other people going through this, I couldn't find a way. Most of the stuff to do with endometriosis was just medical stuff, like here's a diagram of a uterus, and it's like no, that's not really helping me. So I thought I would just put this up, and maybe somebody else who's going through this might stumble across this, and it might help them. If you're that person, if you have stumbled across this, hello, message me below, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next vlog. Bye.